Hey, what is happening, you dull dwell? Well, today we're taking a look at the Goodra VSTAR, and this first build I'm going to be showing to you guys is a tank turbo build. We're turboing out to attack turn 2 with Goodra, and then chain Fantinas from there on afterwards. Ton of different ways to play Goodra, but of course with the Lost Zone just coming back into the game, we had to try out the Lost Zone build of Goodra first, but I'm coming at you with a couple different builds, probably, next week or in a week or two. And before we get into the gameplay, I want to remind you guys, as always, if you need cards or codes, go check out fullgripgames.com for your cards. Go pick up your singles over there from Lost Origins. If you need Lost Origins codes so you can be playing with the new cards on PTCG or PTCG Live, check out fullgripcodes.com as well. If you guys want to get some more gameplay with this deck from me, check out the secondary YouTube channel, AzulGG 2. I'll have another video up over there shortly after this one goes live with some more games from the Goodra, with the Goodra deck from the live stream. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. I'm going to have to be going second on this one, but it doesn't feel too bad because that means we can always get off a turn 1 Colress and get going in the kind of the right way. It almost feels sometimes better to go second because I get to use like 2 Colresses before like anything meaningful happens in the games most times. Looks like we're up against Palkia here. Capture energy off the top. So in the Palkia matchup, we actually don't want to put too many basics in play. It's kind of the Goodra. And I do want a couple, like 2 Comfeys. It depends if I'm going to get attacked turn 2. If I'm not getting attacked turn 2, then we can just kind of rock like 2 Comfeys for the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and thin out Goodra VSTAR. And then we're going to go into... I think I'm just going to go ahead and search out the extra Comfey here. Because that's all we're going to really want. Maybe I want to grab a 3rd Comfey. Really just want to dig for the Colress on the first turn. Give him an energy as well. That's fine. Grab VIP pass. Okay. Grab a Comfey. Grab a Guru. Get out the deck a little bit more. We're going to try and net these out of play as we go. I guess we'll grab Goodra. Go ahead and Primate Wisdom the Goodra. We're stuck here, coming up a little bit slow on this first turn. My opponent also had a slow turn 1 though, so not the... It's rough. That's rough, to be honest. That's super slow. That is super slow, but maybe not as slow as my opponent's follow-up turn. Oof. And the Marnie. We had a really good hand too. We had the Barrage Gate, got the energy. But we don't have any scoop up nets, which is something we definitely want to find here to try and pick up some of these Comfeys out of play. That's an experiment. That's a scoop up net. This is all stuff we're really happy to see. And we can definitely still pull off an attack this turn and try to move some of these Comfeys out of play as we go. We do know we have a Mirage Gate on the bottom of the deck, so I am looking to shuffle the deck as soon as I possibly can, to be honest. That's definitely something we're looking to do. Okay, let's start with the experiment. There's the other Mirage Gate, so we can get Mirage Gate this. Antina. Sounds fine. We go into the flower selecting Antina. Start to net these out of play and keep them out of play. Switch into another Comfey. Flower selecting. Grab the air balloon. What are we looking at here? We do need to get 10 in the Lost Zone for Fantina. It's something I always forget about, to be honest. I just, like, for some reason don't remember. How many net do I have left? I do still have 3 net left. I maybe should just go in with another one here. Quite a few there. We can go with the Mirage Gate now. 2 energy out. Could still set up another Goodra later on if we want. Oh, I don't get to attack now, though, which is pretty bad. I did retreat already. I'm gonna go pass. Hopefully my opponent can't knock out my Goodra VSTAR here. It is possible, though. That's what Palkia decks are really good at. Is kind of doing whatever they want. Not gonna lie. So I am a little bit worried about getting KO'd here. But if we survive the turn, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. I'm gonna probably dig for scoop up nets one more time. Try and find some scoop up nets. Get these Comfeys out of play. We could also kind of go for just setting up another Goodra as well. And I wouldn't mind going that route because we still have what? How many scoop up net do we have left? 3. And I do kind of want to keep my Guru in play to constantly Primate Wisdom Fantinas to the top of the deck if I can. I'm going to try and make that one of my priorities. Try and do. There's a cross switcher, 160. 240. I don't think they can KO the Goodra, or I think it's unlikely at the very least. They don't have a ton of water energy in the discard pile either. I don't think my Goodra's getting KO'd here. I'm hoping, actually. To be honest, actually, it might. We can heal it with the Moisture Star on the next turn, though, plus Experiment, and try and get out of this situation. Because I have committed a lot of Pokemon to the... They do need Choice Belt. If they do have Choice Belt double Cross Switcher here, they actually will be able to. Actually, maybe they are just going with the Greninja play. Well, they had double Cross Switcher, which makes you think they're going to go for the Cross Switcher. I probably should try to keep one more Comfey out of play. And to be honest, I even could have attacked this turn, so... Kind of my own mistake. Double Cross Switcher comes down. But do they have the Choice Belt to go with? If they don't have the Choice Belt, still very much in this one. If they have the Choice Belt, we're kind of in trouble. See if they have the Choice Belt. 160, 240. Yeah, 240. Moisture Star happens after that. And then we're kind of healed up. Looks like we survived. Okay. Goodra lives. Barely. Oh, into another Fantina. We do need to get some more stuff in the Lost Zone, like I mentioned. So we're going to take this turn to Experiment. We just switch Net. I think those have to be the three we grab here. Or Escape Rope. Net. Goodra. Has to be the three. Okay. Punching Palkia doesn't do a whole ton. I mean, hitting something off the bench doesn't either, but I want to get these Comfeys out of play. I'm going to go with an Escape Rope here. And I do really want to be reducing the damage my opponent's dealing here. So, Comfey up. Flower selecting. Need the energy. Need the cave. Are we going solo Goodra from here? Or am I trying to set up second Goodra? Let's set up second Goodra. Net this one out of play. Send up another Comfey. Flower selecting. Trekking shoes. Looking for more scoop up nets. Don't need the parasol. Oh, that'll be better later. Okay, I still... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we have plenty. Okay, so now we go into the Moisture Star. I'm going to Primate Wisdom a Fantina. Treat and take this KO with the Rolling Iron. Did I lose both stadium? I think I only have one stadium left, which is pretty rough, to be honest. We're not taking a ton of damage next turn. Yeah, but I really don't want to put my Crystal Cave in play because it's just going to get bumped. So I want to avoid doing that, but I don't really think I can avoid doing that as well. Going to the next turn, we got to start to chain the Fantinas. So my opponent's going to be doing like 140 damage. I think I might need the healing of the Crystal Cave next turn to actually do something. Yeah, we might need the healing of the Crystal Cave next turn to actually do something. I don't think we're getting KO'd. We actually could get KO'd. They could go like Boss and double Cross Switcher, to be honest. That would reset my AD, be doing 250. That's still a lot of damage for them to have to deal. I think we might survive that. And I do need that water in the deck. Okay, yeah. So we're going to have to set up second Goodra here, I think, to survive this. Definitely going to have to. It's going to get tough from here, to be honest. But definitely still winnable. I might just like bench the second Goodra. Rolling Iron with a Fantina. Go from there. There's a Choice Belt. Bucket coming down as well. My opponent's playing through a lot here. Yeah, we just have too many Comfeys in play, to be honest. That's kind of the situation here. We have 2 more nets in the deck. We just need to find them. We're shooting for 20. They're going to deal a lot here still. Definitely going to deal a lot. We have a Jammer left in the deck as well, which we can hopefully find at some point. Hopefully start to mitigate some of this damage we're taking. Just went to the active Subspace Well. Doing 170. Okay. That's fine. Go with the Crystal Cave. Gonna Primate Wisdom of Fantina. Bench this. Attach. Play Fantina. And Rolling Iron. I think we'll survive this. We're taking minus 200 damage. So they're not really doing a whole ton. They might still be able to KO our active here. Which would be unfortunate. But then we get into the next Goodra. As long as we can keep chaining Fantinas, maybe get some nets. maybe get some nets cooking as well. We might be able to prevail here. It's getting close, though. We had a little bit of a rocky turn 2, which I could have played out a little bit better, like I had mentioned. Could have played it out like a tad bit better. I have no Pokemon. Oh, I have one in my discard pile. I gotta be careful. The Echoing Horn can actually come into play here because of this Comfey, which I should have tried to avoid putting in there. I mean, I didn't want it in there. It kind of ended up in there. Not really my fault here on this one. Kind of that Comfey's fault for being there. I think we are surviving here. Second Goodra is on the way as well. That is a boss. We're going after my Goodra. We still take a lot of reduced damage here. I won't be able to actually attack right now. We're still taking reduced 120 damage. We're still taking that reduced damage, but not really attacking. I could boss KO Sobble, to be honest, with the slip and trip attack. Okay, let's see what we top deck here. Great. Heal, before I forget. Evolve. Go ahead and Primate Wisdom. Fantina. Loop up net. It's good, but not great. Play a Fantina. Attach active. Net another Comfey out of play. Palpad. 2 Fantina into the deck. And I think I have to pass after that. We're still kicking, and my opponent's not doing too much. We're only taking a reduced 120 on our active now. The scoop up net was nice. Definitely nice. Palpad coming in for my opponent. They actually might be out. They maybe caught themselves here with no Drizzile options, to be honest. They maybe caught my opponent with no outs to Shady Dealings. That's what I meant to say. Shady Dealings was the one I meant to say. I don't know what I just said, but we maybe caught them with 0 outs to Shady Dealings. They maybe went like all in on that play a couple turns ago and have not recovered yet. That'd be pretty sick for us. We'll see. Quick shooting coming down again. This time targeting the active. Did they actually KO the active here? I'm taking minus 120. Minus 250. Ooh. Okay, that's not as planned at all. But we're still in this one. So Comfey up. Boom. Top deck for turn is a Jammer, which is nice. A little bit late maybe to be effective. Flower. Definitely want the Fantina. And I'm gonna go ahead and Primate Wisdom the Pokegear, which will lead to a Fantina on the next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Fantina. Treat. And Rolling Iron again. Go down to 3 prize cards. We're taking reduced 200 damage. Once again, Fantina off the prize cards is great. Switch is good as well, because they could, like, boss up my Guru and try and trap that, to be honest. They can... this is actually kind of weird. They do have Echoing Horn, which they can use on my Goodra V. And they have a boss and double cross switcher. So they could actually go... Would make things really weird. Could actually go... Ooh, okay, another Inteleon. Do they have Candy in hand? Okay, they do. Okay, wow. Sheesh. I'm probably getting Marnied here, I guess. That would be my guess here, is that my opponent's going to Marnie me here. They don't have any Shady Dealings after that. Ooh, the Roxanne. Okay, that's worse. Bucket, Roxanne. Well, we're taking reduced 200 damage, though, so we're not actually taking any damage this turn, I don't think. They're going to have a lot of options. Oh, they're actually going with the Radiant Greninja. So they're going to KO my Comfey, which, to be honest, I'm kind of fine with. And we get to KO the Greninja. Switch in Fantina. Okay. KO my Comfey. Set up some damage on the Guru. I think I'm fine with this. Once again, no Shady Dealings outs next turn, so they don't get a ton of options as to what they do. My Guru will go down, and then they could ping the Guru and then Echoing Horn double cross switcher KO my Goodra V. So that's kind of scary, but they do need a lot to make that happen. Use this. I'm gonna use the Fantina. I'm gonna probably use some of the switch actually, because if they trap the Goodra in the active. Okay, Fantina. We need a prize card here as well. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Escape rope. That could be good. force out a prize card from my opponent. They've got a lot of cards in hand, but like I said, they don't have really a ton of options on their side. Shooting Goodbye Guru. Like I said, they do have the Echoing Horn, Boss, Double Cross Switcher, plays like that, but no Shady Dealing, so they can't like kind of pick the cards they want out of their deck very well. Not really an option. No Shady Dealings to work with. No Sobbles either. If they are playing a triple Sobble list, then they are out of those, to be honest. We know we're top decking Switch next turn, which does like absolutely nothing for me. There's gonna have to be like a punch into this active Palkia, and I don't have the Boss for next turn. See what they grab here off this Irida. If they do bring it up, if they like cross switchered my Goodra up this turn, we'd have to switch to move it. There's the Echoing Horn. So we know what they're eyeing up. They're eyeing up my Goodra. And they're actually even going to put it in play right now. I could actually like switch Escape Rope, knock out something off the bench here. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't even know if they can win next turn. They're only doing 161. They're like 40 damage short from being able to KO this next turn. So they might not even be able to win next turn. Might not. Okay, we know we have switch cards. All right, Rolling Iron. Yeah, I don't think they can KO this next turn. They would need quite a bit. They have Quick Shooting. They would need to Gust it. I think they're just going to try and Gust Trap it for a turn, but we do have 2 switch cards in our hand. That's a Nessa. That's kind of scary, but still, I don't see a play where that actually leads to them winning on this turn. Maybe next turn this would lead to a winning play. How many net do they have left? A couple. They're pinging my bench Goodra. Match active. They've got to retreat. This Palkia. We could top deck Boss. We do have a Boss left. Might even have a couple Pokegear left as well. 3 Pokegear. Retreat to Inteleon. Do I want to KO this Inteleon? Would this lose me the game? They would have Melanie plus Gust. Maybe. I feel like I gotta go for the KO here. Knock out the Inteleon. A Fantina there would have been awesome, actually. How many Fantina did we have left? 2 Fantina left. We actually had a pretty good odds of drawing something there. 2 Fantina, Pokegear, Boss. We had actually pretty good odds of drawing something there. So the question is just, do they have enough damage to KO my Goodra? They can put it to 180. So they have a bench Pokemon, a double cross switcher, a bench Pokemon, a double cross switcher, and an attack. But they're going with the Boss. I think we can maybe pull this one off now. Go with the Boss. Yeah, I think we have this one locked up now. That's not, if they Boss, they're not Melanie. They've already used their V-Star power. This one was super scary, but I think we are going to be able to do it. The Switch will just do it for us. And if even if they had retreated into that Palkia, we would have had the Escape Up to force anything else up that we could have KO'd. So super close one here up against the Palkia. A couple missteps from me early on, but we're able to bring it back and get the dub in the end. And that is the Turbo Goodra. Wasn't as turbo this game. I had the turn to attack, and I probably should have gone for it. And then I like overbenched my Comfies in the beginning. I talked about my mistakes. A couple mistakes in the beginning. Could have played a little bit cleaner. And hopefully you guys learn from it. Can apply that to the next time you guys pick this deck up. And as always, if you want to see some more gameplay from me with this deck and a bunch of other decks, check out the secondary YouTube channel, AzulGG 2. I'm uploading there pretty much every single day as well. So go check that out and catch y'all in the next one.